Have you and I miss you all, and I am promising that we're going to change the way everybody thinks by just sharing more and more about how the body works and why we do what we do. And here you can just show that amazing room to show how wonderful people are here, and they're all learning together how the gut works, okay? And today I'm also honored to have Dr. Ferns,
internist.
But she has 11 clinics. 11?
Actually, I'm in private practice, but I specialize in geriatric medicine, and
Yes.
I have 11 facilities where I'm the supervising physician.
And she's helping
And honored to be
tremendously.
here.
And she's wanting to help me to take this to the next level. So we're very honored to have everybody here, and you are very important too. But gut health is the most important thing that I want everyone to know. We all have known ever since we were children that death begins in the gut. So I cannot heal anyone, or no one can heal anybody unless we address gut issues. Because in the gut, you have, as an internist, we have all the bacteria and all the debris and all the things that we will need to, it's like the cleansing system of the entire body. So not only that the gastrointestinal tract is important for digestion of the food, absorption of the food, but also a lot of vitamins are made in the digestive system. Most people are not aware of that. That is why babies, when they're born, the first week, we cannot circumcise them. Why? Because they don't have vitamin K. As long as their body starts repopulating with what we call normal flora or gut flora, then vitamin K becomes produced. And vitamin K helps the bleeding system. But now we are understanding that vitamin K is even more important than the bleeding system, because it works with vitamin D together to help us protect us and help our immune system. A lot of cancer treatment, we do D and K together, and that's why most people don't understand the power of D and K together. So also, most people don't realize that the gastrointestinal tract include the liver, okay, where the detoxification system do happen. And in the liver, vitamin D, which you have when you eat vitamin D, when you take food that is rich in vitamin D, you need to understand that if you are completely vegan and you're not eating fats, you're not going to absorb vitamin D properly. Now there's a lot of veganism, which is fine, but we need to understand how things work before we ignore. Because vitamin D right now is considered a hormone more than a vitamin D. Now the vitamin D, the sun helps us when we get the vitamin D and the body is absorbed, but it has to go through the liver to change nature, and then through the skin, and it changes second nature, and then it becomes an active form of vitamin D. So if we don't have a healthy liver, and that's why a lot of people in this office get what we call healing the liver. Now ALA, alpha lipoic acid, is a liver treatment program. A lot of my patients are on ALA, whether IV or ALA orally, or understand the power of ALA in the healing system. So understanding that the gastrointestinal tract is way more than just a place where your food is digested, okay? It's a lot of controversy and a misunderstanding about every one of us, every one of you has suffered one time from heartburn. And you remember that day when you had heartburn, when you go to the doctor, what do we prescribe? Antacids. Really, what do we need? Antacid? Do we need antacid? Well, if you have heartburn, what do you need? Antacid? What do I tell you when you come here? Antacid or no antacid?
Digestive enzymes.
Digestive is very good. But why is it that we don't give antacid? Because antacid, the younger you are, the more your stomach produces acid, which is a good thing. Why is acid important? Because it cleanses all the food from the bad bacteria. So you're eating food that has a lot of bacteria, and you're thinking, oh, I need antacid. But imagine what happens when you take antacid. The food that you are eating that is loaded with bacteria becomes very, very hard, okay? So it really makes it bad, okay? So also, as we age, we know that the body does not produce all the hormones or the enzymes that are necessary. So you think you produce more acid or less acid as you age?
Less.
You've been with me. Hey, I'm gonna ask questions here. As you age, you make less acid. When do we start giving you antacid? When you're making the least. So when do you start having problems with your gastrointestinal tract? A little bit when you're older.
Yeah.
So that means you already are compromised. You already are making less acid already. You're making less enzymes already. And what do? Stop you from making more acid. So what I do bacterial overgrowth. Okay? When I do bacterial overgrowth, I change the balance of the bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract. Now you have good bacteria and you have bad bacteria. Good bacteria lives in a good environment. Where does bad bacteria live? In a bad environment. So if you're not able to digest your food, guess who's gonna grow?
Bad bacteria.
Good. Why? Why do you think bad bacteria will grow?
It's in a fertile environment because whatever pH you're altering,
Absolutely. We're changing the environment, the pH. But there's more important than this. We have vultures. Those bad bacteria become your digestive system. Why? Because they have to ferment your food. The only way you're digesting your food is through fermentation. So the bad bacteria grow up. And what fermentation leads to? Acidity. But the acidity, instead of being in the stomach, it's down in the colon. Bad stuff. Okay? Then, because colon has to be alkaline. That's where alkalinity is. That's where the bile duct is. So we're making acidity where we should be alkaline. And we're making alkaline what should be acidic. But we need to understand that the system has to work right. Okay? So when I come to a patient, I say, listen, I'm not going to be able to cure your cancer or your autoimmune disease or your cardiovascular health unless I clean your gut. So when I say I'm going to prepare you for treatment, it means I am preparing your entire body to be ready for the treatment. Because if I have an unhealthy gut, now we already talked. Your vitamin D level goes down. Your vitamin B12 level goes down. Your vitamin K level is going down. Lots of stuff. And we're getting dysbiosis. And all that we ignore. And as we age, do you think we make more digestive enzymes or we make less digestive enzymes?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we need to eat? Do we only have to take digestive enzymes? Yes, we do, but more so. What else? If you say, oh, Corey, I really love what you said, and it makes a lot of sense, I don't know why nobody else is talking about it, but I want natural stuff. So what do I need to tell you? No, you have to take enzymes? Yes, you do, but there's ways around it. Enzymes are in
Fermented food, would you take?
well, fermented food have a lot of great value, but not for that.
Okay.
But pineapples. Now, pineapples, the core of pineapple has papain, and it's an enzyme. Okay? I'll also help you with some other things with enzymes. No, papain. And you all never said
Papaya?
anything. Papaya is papain. but you have bromelain in the pineapple.
Right.
Now, would you eat the pineapple core or you eat the sweet part of the pineapple?
The sweet.
The core.
Oh my gosh.
The-
I mean, how can you eat the core?
Uh,
I mean, I thought
you
you
can
said.
juice it.
Oh,
You
okay.
can
So we
juice
have
it.
to be creative and resourceful here.
Well, God, we were created resourceful. You are from India, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Which means you know more about natural treatment and
Yes.
healing than anyone else. I do too, because I am from Egypt. And anybody who's American Indian, please claim it. Anybody is from,
Teach us.
they all know.
I've been told.
South Africa, huh?
I was told my grandmother on my mother's side was part Indian,
Okay.
Cherokee,
Check.
but we can't find any proof because they didn't have their birth records back then. They were not allowed to record their birth.
But no matter what culture you're coming from, whether from Egypt, from India, from Africa, from Europe, from Asia, everyone knew the wisdom of the universe. Our grandparents taught us everything we know. When you're sick, they tell you, have chamomile. Why? It calms the nerves of the stomach. Why cumin? Cumin helps you absorb gas. Why do we forget what caraway is? When babies cried when I was a child, my grandmother made a caraway tea. Caraway tea, that's what we need. Calm that digestive system. Indian food, you go, at the end, you get a little stuff in your hand and you say, what is that? The sweet thing that you're eating. It's all for digestion. So people, I'm going to teach more and more about the digestive system. I want you to tune in. Tune in. Tune in. Tune in. We'll talk more about ketogenic diet and what is wrong, what is right. What is it? There's so much information everywhere. Which one is the right one? Which one is the wrong one? If you understand the basics, it would be all simple. Digestive enzymes are a gift from God. And you can also germinate your food. If you get your seeds and you germinate them 2 or 3 days, then they have their own enzymes. You're able to digest them. So these are ways to get enzymes, ways to get acid. If you don't want to buy the betaine hydrochloride that I'm going to tell you about, okay, her IV's almost done. So yeah, we have just a few more drops, so we need to let her know about that. Yours is good?
I'm good.
Okay. See, it's not dull. There's no dull moment at Aware Med. Do we have a dull moment at Aware Med?
No.
We always have fun, we always teach, we always learn, and no matter how busy I am and how busy they are, I make every effort to have a teaching day. Because without you knowing what's happening in that body, you would never be able to be the leader of your ship. I don't want to be a leader of your ship. I want to be your coach. I want to give you all the new information. I want you to understand that also fibers and how important they are. And we'll have a whole thing about fibers. But if you want to get rid of estrogens, you better eat a lot of fibers. And you better believe every man in this country need to be on fibers because their estrogen level is off the roof. Bye! Everybody enjoying?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you all learned?